Hey guys, it's Michael Todd and welcome to The.Cult.Of.Vintage. Today I saw a sign and it said Old Factory Antiques and Crafts, and I thought, why not? I'm here, let's do it. So there it is behind me. I've never been here, I don't know what to expect. It does say crafts, so we're gonna see how many antiques are in here. Let's find out if I can even film, shall we? Okay, you guys, do you see? I think it's 3 floors. I see blow mold Santa up here. You can't really see him, but I don't know. This could be promising. Here's the entrance over here. Okay. So let's check it out. Let's see if I can film. Here we go. Alrighty, guys, here we go. On to the interior. Obviously, I was able to film. So we're going to walk in here, and as you see, we are on the first floor. It turns out, in fact, that there are 3 floors. Up first, here to the right, we do have some display cabinets. And you're going to see, I'm going to focus in here. It's really interesting, and you're going to see throughout the video. It is a mix of both new, vintage inspired, and antique inspired, as well as actual vintage and antiques. I was really pleased. It had a really good vibe. The displays were on point. Most of them were on point. Again, we had a lot of vendors that really did take the time to set up some displays. And I really do appreciate that. You know, not really my personal aesthetic or vibe, but I think it lends itself very well to our hobby of vintage and antiques. Now, first up, I do see a blue satin, yes, a deer planter. Unfortunately, he was priced a little out of our reselling price range, so I did have to leave him behind. This vendor had a lot of really interesting little things here. I do see some black pie birds. They are at $13 or 15, pardon me. Again, really fair for a collector, but again, just not where I want it to be. Now, I do see the jack-o'-lantern pumpkin here. Boom. Oh, he is upside down. Again, priced fairly for a collector. Again, just not where I need it to be as a reseller. Darn it. I was really on the hunt for some holiday stuff. I love selling holiday year round. And then I got distracted by a beautiful malachite ring. That's right, and it matches the one that I was able to get in Ohio. I did get it out of the case and try it on. Unfortunately, I just really wasn't feeling it. I didn't like the cut. I liked it not on, but then when I tried it on, I really wasn't feeling it. We found another malachite ring, again, matching the one that I currently own. Both of them did fit. However, I just didn't really feel it. I wasn't feeling it, you guys. So again, we're going to check out our display cabinets here. We've got a whole bunch of little smalls in here. I truthfully did not find a whole lot in the cabinets initially. You will see at the end of the video when we go back, because I do like going through things at least twice to make sure that I didn't miss anything. I did pick up some things. So we're just going to check it out here, see what we can't find. Ooh, 15% off. We've got some great lady head vases. Again, the pricing, very fair for collectors, especially with that 15% off. Unfortunately, even with the 15% off, it really wasn't where I wanted it to be. She's interesting. She had actual like nylon eyelashes. I thought that was interesting. Again, we've got a lot of the primitives, a lot of like that farmhouse. Not my vibe, but you are seeing actual vintage and antiques kind of mixed in. The aisles were a little narrow, I will say that. Thankfully, it wasn't overly crowded, so it did make filming a lot easier for me. And it is on both sides. There is another aisle on what is our left right now. So I'm just kind of giving you guys some panorama shots here. We are going to do more detailed here in a little bit. Again, this is my first time here. I've never been here before. So I really wanted to give the tour experience. Now we do see the cracked egg. This one is a Lefton. Obviously, it is a robin's egg. How appropriate. Blue, it is a Lefton. That was a really fair price. You typically see them with a lot of floral prints on there. Down there, you're seeing a pink one. I have actually, I think I've only ever sold one cracked egg. They were very popular in Victorian times. I'm unsure as to the symbolism behind the cracked egg. Now here we have a version of what I do have fair pigs. This is in a German bisque style. However, it is glazed. There was a significant crack and repair at $2. It was fair, but I really am looking more for the originals. We've got a little aqua glass candlestick here. Unfortunately, it was by itself. It was missing its partner in life. Got a little Wedgwood back there, or I'm always, well, no, I think that is Wedgwood. The appropriate name is Jasperware. Wedgwood is obviously the brand name, and they are most well known for their Jasperware. However, that technique was started well before Wedgwood began production. Now I am seeing a little half doll here. I was really excited by her. She's priced at only $35. It turns out she is, in fact, a lamp. With these, it's hard to tell if they are original or reproductions. I'm jumping all over the place today, aren't I? Here we have a Sasha doll. Sasha dolls were made in the UK. They're very collectible. She was priced at $95, which is very fair, especially for a doll in that condition. But it just wasn't one that I was really trying to get. I prefer the brunettes. If she had been a brunette, I probably would have gotten her. Or they do make the African American dolls too. Those are exceptionally sought after because obviously during the time period, they really didn't make a lot of dark skinned dolls. I'm loving these crates and the shelves put into them. I like the rustic vibe going on with it. Again, not really seeing a whole lot so far, that is. Now, I do see this chalkware owl clock. It's only $18, which I did want to get it. Unfortunately, as many of you know, chalkware is very heavy. Oh my goodness. This Silence of the Lamb mask, I don't even know what's going on. It's very freaky. I do know that. Now, I do find this, it is a Fitz and Floyd. It's a bank. It is stamped down here, the FF copyright. I had found one of these. It was a pig. And I thought that it was a hobbyist piece the first time I ever found one. And you guys were like, no, it's Fitz and Floyd. So I went back and got the pig. And I thought, well, the pig did well. So let's go ahead and get this pretty blue elephant. Interestingly enough, this little witch, she's an animatronic from the 80s. We've got a little paper mache pumpkin. Now, this is a newer one. And, the distinction between the new and the old ones, the easiest tell is to look on the interior. The newer ones have a tendency to be much smoother on the interior. The vintage and antique ones are much more rough. We have a very large and in charge long neck cat. She is substantial. I was very tempted by this piece. The thing that kind of freaked me out a little bit about it was the size. She is 91. So she's, what is that? Well, yeah, she is vintage. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy to think 91 is vintage. Isn't it though? Makes your head spin. Alrighty, guys, we are headed up to the second floor at this point. We're going to check out this vendor's wares here before we get up there. Headed up the stairs. Yes, we are. I'm very proud that I was able to film going up the stairs. All right, guys, here we are. We are now on the second floor. And yes, you can see the entryway there to the third floor. Just a lot of nooks and crannies throughout. There is a lot to see. Would I recommend it? Yes, especially as a collector, I would recommend checking it out. As a reseller, it is a little bit more difficult more so because of the things that I like to buy into resale. That is not to say that other people, especially resellers that are watching the video, would find things and appreciate them and do well with them. But it just isn't the aesthetic or the vibe that I go for. Again, there's a lot of things that we can see in here and find for resale, but that doesn't mean that I personally have an interest in selling them. One thing that I do have an interest in selling are these Scotch tape tins. These do very well. We found a small one. We see two of the more like the medium size, and they do come much larger than that. We're gonna creep in here, grab one. And there is some paint on the back, but you know what? That adds to the aesthetic. It adds to the story, the history of the piece. We're going to go ahead and grab the third here. Now in this one, it was rattling, and I thought that it was actually the tape. It turns out that a gentleman had used this for his little tackle box. Well, oh, and look, there's a fourth one. So there were vintage like lures in there, which actually do have a lot of resale value. So we ended up getting 4 Scotch tape tins. Boom. We have a basket now. The curse has been lifted, folks. And I do see these milk glass Coca-Cola glasses. I don't really know a whole lot about them. I know that there are a lot of people out there that do like collecting Coca-Cola products. I just am not in the know. Now here we do have a Royal Copley vase. I have had one of these before. It was priced at $50, which is its going rate. So it was just not, again, where I needed it to be. We have an adorable little donkey here with his little vegetables on the side. And it was priced at $10, which, you know what? I probably should have got that one, truth be told. I don't know. For some reason, I was like, $10. Please. We are seeing some preschool picture puzzles there. The graphics on that it's absolutely adorable. And I will say this, you guys, at this point in the video, there was somebody up here with me and like, it was like, oh my goodness. She was just like hiccuping, like full on, no muffling. It was so, ugh. Now we do see this cute little piggy bank, and I do end up getting her. She's in really good condition. I don't even know what I paid for it. It says $6 there, even though it's crossed out. So I think I did pay $6. They gave it to me for $6. She is so sweet, so precious. So I did end up picking her up. I was excited at this point because I was seeing like a lot of jack-o'-lanterns and pumpkins, and I was like, ooh, is there something good in here? And I do, in fact, see this little light here. $22. You know what? I've had one of these before, and it was a Bryn's ceramics, so it wasn't a hobbyist piece. This one turns out to be a hobbyist piece. Truth be told, while I did make a couple of dollars on him, he did not sell as well as I thought he would. So I did leave that one behind. And here we're getting a panorama of the upstairs. I was about to say the upterior. We're getting a look at the upterior here. New words, folks. I thought these were really cute. No extra charge. 1 plastic beverage spoon. Well, how gracious of you. They actually gave you something to eat your ice cream soda with. At no extra charge, mind you. Yeah, again, I'm not seeing a whole lot. I do see that cornucopia, the little toothpick holder there. Now, I was excited by this booth because I, in fact, found an agronaut. This one was in a nice satin, like amber glass. I thought that coloring was really unusual. I was tempted. I'm not going to lie to you. I did not get it because I do have the white milk glass, and I am looking for the white and green slag glass. So I behaved. Got some perfume bottles, and down here I see this little creeper. Look, he's a little Swiss doll. I do believe he would have had a hat at one point. But he is an organ grinder or an accordion player, pardon me. He's in overall really good shape. It does look like he is composition. I don't know. Oh, Michael, I wish I would have gotten him. If I had gotten him truthfully, I probably would have kept him. Now, this vendor has a lot of vintage jewelry. It was just so colorful. I really did want to spotlight it. I am trying to expand my horizons and make sure that I do take the time to look at jewelry. In the past, I would have went right by a vendor booth like this. However, I know that there are a lot of collectors out there that do love their vintage jewelry. So I do look at it a little bit more closely. I'm still learning a lot of things, so I am very cautious with what I buy so far as the vintage jewelry. But I'm definitely taking my time and going through it now. And we've got some little littles up here, something I'm a little bit more comfortable with. The little boy trying to keep the food away from the dog. We've got a little lamb here laying on the baby. I think it's adorable. It's very Arnart style, the spaghetti of it. You see the little ram there to the right. Again, fair pricing for collectors, just not where I was comfortable spending today. Down here, ooh, almost, Michael, almost. Little Siamese planter. I do believe that that is Napco printing. They have a very specific, it's almost like a typeface print to it. Their model numbers. Again, fair for a collector, just not for me as a reseller. And then I spot it. A clear glass swung vase. I was so super excited. And best part, it was priced at only $12. I was like, oh, well, what are you little ones priced at? And these little ones were priced at $16. See, this is an example. Just because it's a colored glass doesn't make it more valuable. These colors, the blue and the amber, are far more common than this clear one. And even though they were smaller, people are thinking, well, the color makes them more valuable. But what I'm telling you is that if you do see those clear swung vases, snatch them up. They did not make a lot of them. They are far more difficult to buy than any other color, rivaled only by, I would say, like a purple or amethyst, as well as like the smoke glass. But that clear glass, I don't know. A lot of people, it just wasn't the vibe of the mid-century. So obviously we are now headed up to the third floor here. We're going to do a little panorama shot again, letting you see the overall. Again, we've got a mixture of both new and vintage inspired. Now we do see this beautiful aqua glass, and it was at $24. Kind of like a shell. It is a pressed glass with a couple of little artisan pulls there. Now, I did see some Fostoria, which I absolutely, oh, look, the sticker. You never find the stickers with them. I absolutely love Fostoria opalescent glass. It's very dense. And speaking of, this is Monax Glass. This is Depression era. Look at that. It's almost like it's got a ring of fire throughout. It's very thin. It's very delicate, as most Depression glass was. This was only produced by one company, Macbeth Evans. It is the only Depression glass that I actually own. Again, another beautiful example of opalescent glass. I just absolutely love it. There's something very ethereal about opalescent glass, especially when it is done well. All right, guys, we're about to wrap the video up, but before we do, I am back downstairs, and my mother absolutely loves Casper the Friendly Ghost, and I did spot this music box, so I did get him for her, and here are the things that we got, plus the Casper. So, guys, that is it, and we're going to wrap it up outside with a bonus item. Well, guys, that was it. Where was I? The old factory. We were at the old factory. We were at the old factory, Antiques and Craft in Hummels, Pennsylvania. Yeah, that's where we were. Anyhow, I had a good time. It was fun. We found some stuff. I found a clear swung vase finally. Very excited about that. Oh, and by the way, I didn't capture this on camera. I got another ring. It matches my other one. Come on. That's the malachite and onyx in that one. Cool, huh? So anyhow, guys, that's going to conclude today's video. And until next time, remember, keep it rusty, crusty, and dusty. Bye, guys.